When you think of The Last of Us 2, the gripping story and top-notch performance are probably the first things that come to mind. The gameplay is likely to follow, with the open exploration at the beginning of Ellie's story being a big highlight, as was the set with the Mouse King. However, the setting of the game also deserves a lot of credit, as Naughty Dog has created a memorable world to explore and which could inspire countless multiplayer areas in the next spin-off. While it's currently unclear how The Last of Us' upcoming multiplayer game will play out, many are hoping it will offer something like factions from the very first game in the series. If so, The Last of Us 2 would be a great source of inspiration for multiplayer maps, as it offers some captivating areas that could be perfectly converted into PvP experiences, maps based on Seraphite and WLF bases. Above all, maps built around the two main factions of The Last of Us 2 would be great. Indeed, the Seraphites and WLF have unforgettable bases, both of which have unique architecture that would be fun to battle in a multiplayer map. Starting with the Seraphites, towards the end of Abby's story, attacking players on the island features some makeshift wooden buildings that stand out from all other areas in the game, which could provide some good visual change when the map appears. As for the WLF, it is difficult to find your way through a stadium and access to the stands, and the pitch could result in some interesting strategy and verticality. Important cards for the stories of Ellie and Abby. During their respective stories, Abby and Ellie visit areas that mean a lot to them, and they would all make solid multiplayer arenas. For Abby, the aquarium that became a sanctuary for her and Owen was going to be a visually appealing multiplayer map. For Ellie, the museum that Joel gave her as a birthday present would have been a good arena, with players racing over fossils and space equipment. The theater where they first fought would have been another memorable performance space, especially if players could fight on the upper and lower levels like they did during the boss fight. Sneaking between the dummies would certainly lead to exciting encounters, as players can occasionally be fooled by the arena's static props, shooting at them and revealing their location. Other The Last of Us 2 locations that would be good multiplayer maps. Santa Barbara, the beach area explored for a few hours at the end of The Last of Us 2, could be another good place to pick up maps. The houses players explore in the area would be a start, as another map like Suburbs from The Last of Us factions would certainly do the trick. The Rattler's base would be another great choice, and maybe Naughty Dog could even sneak in some much-needed lore for the group if they show up. Two other locations that would be interesting are the TV station and the infected tower. The first is encountered when Ellie is chasing Nora and is essentially a multiplayer map in its current form, as very few changes would be needed to turn it into a PvP arena. As for the infected tower, an arena where players have to find gas masks to stay alive and surrounded by spores could provide interesting gameplay and different visuals. A The Last of Us multiplayer game is in development. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.